When you throw something away, does it really go away? Sure, men come and take it out of the bins outside your house every, I don't know, Tuesday. They only leave it somewhere else to decompose and turn back to Earth. And it does do that, but at a very slow rate. According to the World Wildlife Fund's Living Planet report of 2006, we're turning resources into waste at a rate 25% faster than the Earth is turning waste back into resources. What are we going to do about that?
What happens after you recycle stuff? Alright, Josh, in your expert opinion, what does CFC stand for?
Chelsea Football Club and the
They go to a landfill. A landfill. Do you know what that is? Much of the problem with waste in schools can be seen firsthand in our school's cafeteria. Hundreds of students purchase lunches every day, adding up to a huge amount of paper, plastic, and food waste. How many students buy a lunch at our school?
Full lunches around an average of 360 a day.
360 students. That's 360 students that purchase trays, water bottles, cans, and other kinds of materials that often just get thrown away. In fact, when we interviewed students from our high school, many of them admitted to hardly ever recycling their materials. How often would you say you recycle your stuff?
I actually don't recycle at all. I don't know, I just don't find it to be that important.
Why not?
I mean, I never grew up like doing it, so I don't know. I'm just like one person, so it's not really a big deal. Like, there's billions of people in the world, I'm just one.
Not all of us feel this way, though. Some of the students I talked to were genuinely concerned.
Why do you think we should recycle?
Because reusing plastic bottles is a very good way to help the world.
No, I always recycle.
Because it's actually incredibly destructive of you to place a recyclable object into the trash.
I'm sorry. Come on! How would I have known that was recycled?
Hi, I'm Sam Atkinson. I'm the president of the Environmental Club here at Georgie's.
So, describe some examples of the waste that you've seen, especially in the cafeteria at our school.
In terms of the waste in the cafeteria, I'd say a lot of it comes down to things that are put in the trash. That can be things that could otherwise be recyclable, bottles.
This can go in the
Really, I think there's no need at all that in this day and age we're still relying on all the water bottles that we are, and it's a huge, huge waste. Even if the bottles are recycled, it's still just unnecessary.
This is so gross.
What do you want me to do?
It's definitely parts. We got milk, and we got blackberries.
There's a lot of waste in terms of food that people get and don't end up eating that goes into the trash as well.
Yeah, that looks good.
Hopefully, over the next few years, some of the food waste that goes on can actually be composted and turned into mulch and whatnot for the gardens around the school.
Our school's environmental club has actually taken action. They held bake sales and used grant money to purchase a compost bin, which would actually allow some of the organic waste from our school to decompose naturally instead of taking up space at the landfill. Unfortunately, though, it doesn't get much use.
Oh, and it's this. Oh. Slide them outwards.
Are you kidding me? Really? Come on.
It's an important start, though. Composting enriches soil, diverts waste from landfills that might otherwise produce methane, and offers an economic benefit as an alternative to costly fertilizers and traditional waste management. And this isn't the only change that's been made to reduce the amount of waste in the world.
I'd say another really great thing is the recyclable, or the trays right now in the cafeteria that are made from recycled materials. They replaced the styrofoam trays that, when going to landfills, are really toxic for the environment and send toxins into the atmosphere that are really destructive. And so these trays really do a great job in reducing that harm to the environment, and they don't take up the space in landfills. They're biodegradable. So.
Really, it's a big difference when you think about the huge number of people that buy lunches from our school every day. It almost gives you hope for our landfills and natural resources. And it starts with simply caring.
I need dollar, that's what I need. Well, I need dollar, that's what I need. Said I need dollar, that's what I need.
Do you know where the compost bin is, Nick? Yes, the compost bin.
Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sowed. Well, let me tell you something, all that glitters ain't gold. It's been a long old troublesome road, and I'm looking for somebody come and help me carry this load. I need dollar.